I should be stacked pretty. Can't go anywhere else. Nope. So let's just go. Daniels.
Last warning, Isaac.
Fucker. You son of a bitch! The rocks are coming. Oh. Oh, that's the hive mind. So why is she even taking the whole thing? Why wouldn't she just leave it here and let it be buried? With everything. Oh. Yes. She deserved to die. Why are you so fucking hellbent on? Oh shit. Actually, in the original this was the same, but I remember how you couldn't get the item boxes at all because it like blocked the tentacle. I wonder if this is the same. Oh shit. It's actually impossible to hit these. I can't hit shit with these. So Reaper might not be the best weapon for these. Can I use the... Can I use this? Here. Well, yeah, I can, but I think plasma cutter is like, oh fuck, it's puking on me. Here. Oh shit. Are these explosives? Ouch. Why you hit me? Yeah, plasma cutter is actually the way to do it. Oh, it's puking on me again. Holy shit, it actually tracked me. Fucker. What's it? Oh. Fuck off. You too. I didn't want to do. I didn't want to shoot that. Oh. What is it? Fuck you! Why are you giving me the... Here. Here. Oh, it actually waited for you to... Yes, you're doing something. It's trying to slap me. Yep, Reaper doesn't even actually hit over there. Should I try to use this? Well, that worked. This is actually really different from the original. Oh yeah. You can only get one. Well, this is kind of bad. Considering that it's blocking the fucking... Oh shit. I messed that up. What the fuck? Oh yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. It's just as impossible to hit it as in the original. Except in the original you have to destroy 2 clusters. I'm not sure if that's it yet. No! Don't puke on me! Kill the hive mind achievement. And it said that too. Then leave the planet. So there's like nowhere for it to be. The hole ends there. So where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did you come from, Cut the Night Show? I don't understand. So let's see how many. Well, I actually still have quite a good amount of... I didn't really need that many stasis packs. So I guess I'm just leaving everything behind. You can't even... Like, you couldn't even get to the... that one door at all. That's kind of weird. They're showing that it's there. They shouldn't, like... And stasis pack? Why do I find a stasis pack here? But you can't go into the control room or that place. They didn't really need to even show it, in my opinion. Like, could go there, because you can't. It's kinda strange. Hey, what's that over there? Just random credits. What do I do with any of these? By the way, where does this tendril lead to? Is it just like a... Oh, it's like underneath the platform. Well, time to hit this place. Oh shit! Look at that. That's actually good, nice looking. Not to mention that it like looks that the stones are coming out, but there's actually stones just vanishing into thin air over there. Well, anyway, let's get like he took his time, and then suddenly when he gets there, everything starts to explode, and he's like running away with crazy speed. All right, the crazy escape. Isaac, let's go, 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 go! Leave the marker. Just go. Leave the marker, just go. And there it goes. The tectonic load. Chapter 12, Dead Space. Complete. Well, that was that. Great game. I have to say, really great game. Despite the weird issues with the lag, the poor optimization, and crazy lag glitches. Isaac doesn't look anything like in the previous games. He actually looks like, I think that he looks like the guy in the Dead Space 3, the Norton.
Oh, I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry.
He actually like played that and stopped playing it instantly. But looks really great, actually. Like the whole game. The game looks great. Oh my god. The crazy jump scare in the end. So I'm not sure if there's going to be anything different. Fast forward, pause, or back. Like you can... There's actually glitch sound effects in the background. Can you hear it? Or maybe they're not glitched back. Like they sound like door or something opening and closing. I think it's a glitch. Like this game has weird glitches. Anyway, I'm going to be talking a bit about the game while the credits play. I'm not going to be fast forwarding. There might be something hidden after the credits, so we'll see. But for now, I'll just talk about the game a bit and like everything. I think it's like the game is super good. I think it's like great. It's extremely good survival horror in my opinion. Like really. The only negative things are the weird glitches and the wonkiness, and I feel like I'm pretty sure this game has a pretty bad optimization. Like I'm only running this on medium settings and the game is like super stuttering like insanely at many times. And you could see how often I had to like restart. Well, I only had to restart twice. I had to reinstall the game in the beginning because it just glitched out. I couldn't like get it to work at all. And it just doesn't feel very well optimized. That's one of the bigger negative parts. Like the poor performance is kinda big. I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be like this, especially compared to like Resident Evil 4 Remake, which had way more better like optimization, and it worked with really good graphics on my computer with smooth FPS. No stuttering, no FPS drops, no problems. But this game, and this is like well, to be honest, it's not really like, it's only a couple of months older. This game out in 2023 early January, I think, whereas Resident Evil 4 Remake came out in March, I think. March or April. But as you can see, those glitches affect also the weird... Like, it's not as bad as the original Dead Space. That game had like insane glitches, like everything fucking up. But this game also has like the stasis. If you throw it at the doors, it just glitches out the doors. It's so weird that they're still there. It's a great game, and they're not like game breaking. At least I didn't get any game breaking. Even I got stuck in like two places, and I got out in both of them, so I didn't even need to reload. But that's kind of like weird. Oh, I didn't actually. I wanted to see what's the voice actor for Isaac Clarke in this game. But yeah, like the glitches are the biggest negative, but and the poor optimization, that's like the one of the biggest things. The other part, I got used to it, but the other like negative thing I need to mention is the like the aiming. Aiming is kind of like weird, and like not weird but wonky because you can't adjust the sensitivity of the like the aiming sensitivity. At least I couldn't find it like from the normal like looking around sensitivity, which makes the aiming like really hard to do, but looking around is like really slow if you just like make it all that. Like in Resident Evil 4 Remake, the like default aiming scheme or system or like sensitivity is pretty damn good, like with the look around sensitivity. It's like really well balanced and optimized. In this it kind of feels like that it's not just good, like not well balanced out. Not to mention that I don't think you can actually like make the aiming sensitivity different or like change it from the like the normal sensitivity. It like just fluctuates between the two, so it doesn't balance out. But that's like nitpicking, that's not a big deal. Those are actually the only like negative things I have to say about the game. Like those are the only negative things I have to say about the game. And it's pretty weird. I wasn't expecting this to be like this fucking good. Like honestly, I really loved this game. Like I feel like this is just as good as Resident Evil 4 Remake. Like on the like on the level of how much you'd like to play it and how much you'd like to replay it. Because I want to replay this game. I want to try out the impossible mode also. Like I'd be interested in playing that. Not right now, but like I'd be willing to come back to this. All of the Dead Space games are cool, but this was like great. The voice acting is great. It's great. And I wish that they're going to be doing Dead Space 2 and 3 remakes based by this. And changing them a bit. Like maybe making them like the same type. You know what I mean? Not to mention like maybe the Dead Space 3 might need to be downgraded from the bench system and the weapon crafting system to this type of gameplay. But this is like in every way improved version of the original. And it's like, even if you'd recently, or if you'd play, like I played recently the Dead Space, original Dead Space, and I still think you should definitely play this. Buy it and play it, because I think it's good. It's very good survival horror. And there's so many differences and optimizations and improvements from the original that it warrants another playthrough, definitely. Some of the things that I feel like might be negative, but they might be good things also. Like I feel they're good changes, but they might be considered negative, is that it's a lot easier than the original Dead Space with the way its loot systems works, the power nodes you get, the weapons that you get like from the get-go, you don't have to buy them. You get them, actually, that's better. The kinesis system is a lot better because it actually hits where you're aiming more better, like it prioritizes better. Not to mention that it's faster than the original. In the original, the kinesis system was like really damn slow. Same with stasis. Stasis is actually like better. It's easier to aim with the stasis and it has like better hitboxes. There's lots of more throwables that you can actually use the kinesis to your advantage. in this. In the original, it was like kinda you didn't really need it. It was really helpful, but it was really a pain to use. They improved it in the second game, of course. The movement is like less clumsy. It's not that different from the original, but it's faster and less clumsy, so you're able to move a lot more. And I feel like the enemies in this one, compared to the original, are not as teleport happy or like as like instantly on your face, or they're not like crowding on you. Keep in mind, I played the original on hard difficulty, the same as this one actually. So I should be able to compare it to that. And in the original they were way more aggressive. I feel like it. In this they weren't as aggressive, like I had lots of times when they just like didn't do anything. And in the second and third games, the original, the enemies were like lots more aggressive and a lot more faster. Like even in the third game they were like insane how they like just crawl up to you instantly low grounded, and you'd have like insane like really hard time to hit them. But yeah, those might be considered negative things also if you like the original difficulty, because it's like clumsy type of like thinking like Resident Evil 4 original or versus the Resident Evil 4 remake. Like you like the original because it is clumsy and the clumsiness makes it harder. Same with Resident Evil 5 compared to modernized Resident Evils. But Resident Evil 5 is just like a... Well, I'm not going to get in that. So, yeah. I think it's way improved to the original, and I think this is a game you should play. Also the good things that you can't deny that are way better than in the original are the open world style. Like this game is really long. It's like it took me over 20 hours. Like this is like 23 hours now, according to the videos or something like that. And even if you count the I probably spent 2 hours spinning around doing useless things, looking for useless items, and like just wasting time basically. Even then, if you count those out, it still took me over 20 hours of actual like gameplay on hard difficulty to beat it. And that's a long game. So the open world style makes it way longer. The optional missions differing from the original game, they're way better and way different things. The backstories are fleshed out. You can actually get the backstories of Nicole and Isaac's parents, and all that. Not to mention, like, the backstories are more fleshed out on Mercer and Kain and everyone else in the game also. Not to mention the optional missions add in a lot of the playthroughs. The characters aren't like as just like there. Like you can actually kind of like understand, except for Kendra, which isn't like not that like fleshed out any better than that. But I don't know if it really should. She was a government agent, basically agent operative. So it doesn't really need to be fleshed out anymore. But the other ones, also Isaac talking and having a soul, that's like a big thing. It actually adds, in my opinion, adds to the game a lot more. In the original, they wanted the main character to be silent because you'd get immersed into it. You could like think you're the main character yourself. But I feel like it's kind of silly, to be honest. But in this situation, it feels like a lot better to have like the voice acting and the actual like conversation and the background of the character. It doesn't make me immersed more if it's like a silent protagonist. The side missions are like super good, I think. They're like the great addition to this, like the open world side mission thing. Lots of loot, lots of exploring, lots of like optional items, lots of everything. I think that's great, especially compared to the original. This is way longer than the original. Like the original game, I could have like if I understood that it doesn't have like optional, it didn't have any optional things to do basically, because it doesn't. I could have probably finished the game in like 10 hours just by playing through it without looking around and, you know, exploring and anything. But I wasted lots of time, so it took me like 14 hours or something, 15 hours or something like that. So, yeah. Also, compared to the third Dead Space, the optional missions are actually like worthwhile, meaningful. They have a background and a story that you can actually like find out about things. Not to mention they give you useful items. Whereas in the original Dead Space there were just like grindy fucking repeating missions you go through, kill second room, kill monsters, third room, kill monsters. Then you get like a loot box that which would be like really fucking useless items that you really didn't need or didn't have to use. Nothing like third game had, so the optional mission system was like really pointless in that. Not to mention that you can't go back to the optional mission sites, so if you don't have enough room in your inventory, you're just going to be wasting the items anyway. That's what happened to me in one point. So yeah, this is like way better than that. And you can actually like do the side missions since you get good items and storylines that actually matter. Not to mention the story is like really good. I feel like the story is probably one of the best things. Although the combat is also like really satisfying. It's almost as satisfying as Resident Evil 4 Remake to me, which is kinda crazy, because I think Resident Evil 4 Remake is one of the best games. And, well, that's my opinion, but yeah. Weapon system is like super good, in my opinion. Plasma cutter, like in the original one, I just used plasma cutter for like 90% of the game, and you got like the ammunition for, like the only reason I had to use line gun was because I couldn't get ammunition for plasma cutter. It was giving me all the random things, all other ammunition than plasma cutter ammunition, so I didn't have ammunition for that and I had to buy another weapon. Like, plasma cutter was just insanely good. It's not as good as it's not as good in this game. I'm pretty like it. At least it didn't feel like. Maybe it was because I wasn't upgrading it only from the beginning, but it feels like it wasn't as damaging in this as it was in the original. It's maybe I'm wrong, but that's how it felt like. In this game, it's not like end-all be-all weapon that you can use, but you can use it because you get like actually get the ammunition for the weapons that you are using instead of the ones in the storage box, or in original ones you just get random ammunition that you don't even have the weapon for, which is like a big negative and like insanely good change into this game. Like I could have bought the ammunition in the original one, but since I had like insane amounts of them in my storage, I just decided to buy the line gun. And yeah, so plasma cutter isn't like end-all be-all weapon in this. It's like good still, but it's not super good. Not to mention like the weapon system is good in itself because you actually get like enough power nodes to upgrade them, and you actually get like get all the weapons without wasting money and be thinking like how does this weapon work? What is this like? Is this good? Do I like using it? And then you buy it and then you're like, Jesus, this is like shitty. Like what happened to me in the second game with the force gun. I bought the force gun because I was thinking about trying it out. Then I tried it out and it was like really weak. It didn't really do that much damage, even though I upgraded to almost to full basically with the damage and all. It wasn't really that good. So you can actually try out the weapons in this. Like I did. I tested out every weapon, how it worked with the clip they gave me, and just like thought that what I'd use. And I liked the Ripper. Ripper was great. Rip and tearing everything basically. I feel like it's good except for the long range battles. Like against the end game boss, it's kind of pointless. I feel like if you'd only do a Ripper run, you'd be fucked in that situation. Like totally fucked. You couldn't even beat that boss. Or maybe you could, but it would require lots of luck and skill. Anyway, I think even if you'd recently played the original, even if you played the original, I think you should buy this. I think you should get this like on the same idea as getting Resident Evil 4 remake. Even though this isn't completely super remade like the original, like the Resident Evil 4 remake is. Like Resident Evil 4 remake is basically totally different game. This is like this follows the same basic principle and same like setting. It hasn't been changed from the original that much, but it's still so much different with all its changes and the game system and all. I think this is like comparable to that and should be bought. The other thing I have to say is that this game was really scary and it had like insanely tense atmosphere. Music and sounds make it really creepy, even more than the original one. And it's not just because of the jump scares, because the jump scares, although they're scary, but this has like the, how should I say, like the tension, the pressure for me. Like I was actually like really scared at certain points, or like creeped out, or like really careful about what's going to be happening and all that. Whereas in the original one, I was just like running around and it was like, oh, jump scare, oh. It wasn't like really that immersive. This was way more. Not to mention like the sounds in this game are like sound settings, sound system, the music, all of it is making you like really scared. Although I wasn't, like I have to admit that I wasn't paying that much attention to the ambience in this game as I was in the original, but that's because the original was the first time I was playing it and knowing about it. Anyway, is there... Alright, so now it ended the things. One other thing I have to say, that replayability, like as you can see, Advanced Soldier Rig level 6 suite unlocked. This is actually what I was thinking about when I said that I wonder about the like the node places or the extra nodes what they are in there. This is like you're supposed to like be playing this on a new game plus mode or a new game plus. Text logs awarded, 10 power nodes awarded, 50,000 credits awarded, Advanced Soldier Rig level 6 suite unlocked. So they're like hinting that you should be playing it on another playthrough. So the replayability, not to mention that you can actually use all of the guns. I think this game has like at least 2 or maybe even 3 replayable like playthroughs so that you can do. Like you can actually use the different weapons. Not as much as Resident Evil 4, not even the original Resident Evil 4, but that I think this was the case in the original Dead Space also. But Resident Evil 4 has like insane amounts of replayability because of the weapon upgrading and all the different weapons and the different system and the different ways to actually play the game. Although the game like is linear and stays the same, it's still like a lot different the next time you play it. So this isn't as big difference in this, but it's like it's still, I feel like there's lots of replayability in this because you can actually test out all the, like use all the different weapons. More than the original one actually. And by the way, can you fucking hear the sound in the background? It's a fucking door opening. It's still going on there. This is like, it's kind of funny. I have to admit that the glitches in this game are like, well, they're not game breaking, but they're still there. It's kind of weird. Anyway, let's see. One thing I wanted to show, because this was in the original, I knew it, and this is the reason I actually saved in one, like saved every chapter in a different slot because I wanted to show it around. But the story is actually really good, and now it opens up to the next part. I wish they, like, in conclusion, I just have to say, I wish they'd make another remake, like the second Dead Space. It doesn't really need a remake because I think that's like insanely good game for as old as it is. It still holds today. But if they make it like this, with modern graphics, with modern systems, like the same systems, same mechanics, improve the storylines a bit, change them up a bit, yeah, that would be great. Anyway, so I got these chapter 12 completed rewards. Let's see what we get here. New Game Plus. Your progress has been saved and you have unlocked New Game Plus. But they're not telling you what the New Game Plus is. So what happens now? The door clunking sound stopped at least. Yeah, there's the New Game Plus. Does it say... It doesn't say... Starting New Game Plus will carry over weapons, items, credits, and upgrades from your completed playthrough. They can be retrieved from the storage of any store you encounter. You can expect to face new enemies and perhaps find new mysteries to uncover. Oh, so you actually have like replayability. Anyway, the one thing I wanted to show is that the chapters, I actually missed out on one because I accidentally saved on the one. But anyway, look at the chapter names and the first letter in every chapter. New arrivals, so N. Intensive care, so I. Course correction, so C. Then there's the fourth chapter, which I can't remember, but it's O, like O. So fourth letter is O. Then fifth letter is L for lethal devotion. Sixth letter is E for environmental hazard. Seventh is into the void, I. 8 is search and rescue, S. 9 is D. E. D. D. E. D. So let's see. N. I. C. O. L. E. E. I. S. D. E. A. D. Nicole is dead. So basically that's from the original, but you can actually like get the whole... The game kinda spoils itself if you're like really clever and figure that out. So you can kinda like figure the whole thing out that it's... Nicole is dead actually. And that's how it is. Nicole was dead all this time. So it took me 22 hours and 46 minutes and 42 seconds to finish the game. Basically, almost I played this for around 2 weekends. So it's actually pretty lengthy on hard difficulty at least. And I feel the hard is a bit too easy in my opinion, because I really didn't like the biggest problems I had were like the insta-kill parts. I died to those more than the normal enemies. So I feel like the tendril grabbing you because you don't have upgraded plasma cutter, because I didn't have enough damage on it, so I needed to basically hit almost all of my shots without missing and hit it fast, like the first tendril I think it was. So yeah, and let's say that around 2 hours is like, over 2 hours is me going around searching for the loot and stuff that I didn't really need to search and I couldn't find anything. So it's still over 20 hours long. I think this is pretty long and worthwhile game to play. Yeah. Especially if you do it like me, like searching around everywhere and like exploring everything and being a perfectionist. Although, and not to mention that I actually knew about the game, like the weapons and, well, not the weapons, I didn't know about Reaper, but I knew how to like fight against certain enemies and what to do in situations. So basically I wasn't playing blind, and it still took me that long to actually finish. So yeah, really worth, like, I feel like this was worth the money I paid. I think it was. And I think I'll probably play it on Impossible, try it out on Impossible, because it's definitely, like, the difficulty on Impossible should be around the same as hard. I think they said that. So it's not really even that difficult. I think I'd be able to pull it out, even though it's one save and, like, dying resets the game, basically. But anyway, this is great game. Anyway, let's quickly say thank you for watching my playthrough of this game, and if you liked my videos, comment or anything, like whatever, if you actually happen to watch over here, like until this end. So my plans for the next game is to play Evil Within 1. I love that game. That is one of the games I love greatly. Like, I think it's one of the best survival horror games ever made, because it's like the psychological thing, the way that you don't understand anything is like great. I'll be playing it. I've played it. It's been a long time since I last played. Maybe around, I don't know. I have to check. I'll probably show it in the videos that I record, but it's been really long time since I played it last. And I'll probably be playing it on Nightmare difficulty, which is the second hardest difficulty. Basically the hard difficulty of that game, because the hardest difficulty is just like a really super hard challenge where you die with one hit all the time. So it's not like it's a unfair difficulty, so to speak. So the Nightmare difficulty is actually hard, and that game in itself is like really hard. It's I feel like it's one of the hardest survival horror games on like a standard difficulty that you can play, at least from the big name titles. So it's really difficult, and I'm going to be playing it most likely. I might consider doing Akumu, like the hardest difficulty run where you die in one hit also, because I've played it before on that, and I might be doing it again, but that would be like totally different playstyle. I would be using like speedrun strats, which are like a little bit cheesy, and not like playing it, you know, like fair. I'd be playing it unfair, and I wouldn't explore anything. At least on the Nightmare, I have a chance to possibly like explore everything and find out the story and lore, and, you know, like actually snoop around, do everything. On Akumu, no way. It's just not going to happen. So that's my next plan I'm thinking about doing. But I'm not sure when I'm able to actually do it. We'll see. We'll have to see. I hope that you're interested in watching that. So expect that. After that, most likely Evil Within 2 on the same difficulty, Nightmare, I think. And then there would be like the Impossible version, which is classic in that game, which isn't necessarily that difficult, but we'll see. Let's take one thing at a time. So I'm going to be playing the Evil Within 1 or Nightmare next, and the other things are open after that. Let's see when I get these done what I'm going to be doing next. Okay, so those are my plans, and I really thank you for watching my playthrough, all of my playthroughs that you watch. These are kinda long, as like I take my time exploring, snooping, checking out the lore and all that. So this is not probably everyone's cup of tea. Most likely many of you don't like, many people don't like to see playthroughs of this, but I'm like I just want to play these games and record them, and I'm thinking that if there's like someone who'd be of the same mindset as I am, likes to watch games completed completely and look at them taking them slowly and like looking them around, then these playthroughs are for them. And there probably, if I'm the type of person, there probably are those type of people who want to watch them. So I thank you. I thank everyone who actually watches these videos. And yeah, I'll see you in the next next video, which will be Evil Within 1 Nightmare playthrough. So when that's going to be happening. Anyway, if you have comments, just hit them up in the comment section. I'll try to answer everyone. Most likely I will answer everyone because I have so little, unless they're like really negative things. But yeah, so yeah, as I said, thank you for watching. This is Ufon Man. I'm signing out because this video is already so fucking long, and I'm pretty sure that no one wants to watch it until this late or this long, because you know, everyone gets bored, especially when I'm just fucking talking around here. So thank you for watching, and Ufon Man is signing out, and I'll see you in the next video, which is Evil Within 1. Thanks, bye.